and the youngest in over a century to hold the position. The election was marked by record voter turnout. Mamdani got more than 1 million votes, more than any mayor since the 1960s. President Trump had threatened to win his victory party in Brooklyn. Mamdani directly addressed President Trump.
This is not only how we stop
Withhold funding from New York City if Mamdani won. On Election Day, Trump even posted any Jewish person who votes for Mamdani is stupid. Last night at
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants. And as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Zoran
It's how we stop the next one. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
map that could help Democrats pick up 5 additional seats in Congress in a move to counter Texas's redistricting effort to gain. Mamdani's victory comes as Democrats posted big wins across the country on Election Day. In California, voters approved a new congressional seat. Democratic Congressmember Mikey Sherrill won the governor's race. In Virginia, Democrats reclaim full control of the state's executive branch as Abigail Spanberger flipped the governorship, becoming the state's first female governor. Voters also chose Ghazala Hashmi to be Virginia's lieutenant governor-elect, making her the first Muslim woman elected to statewide office anywhere in the United States. Meanwhile, Democrat Jay Jones defeated Virginia's incumbent Republican Attorney General. In Pennsylvania, Democrats retained 5 House seats. In New Jersey's history, on Tuesday, the Senate shut down in U.S. 18th time as Democrats demand an extension to health insurance, rejected a House-passed funding bill for the Fort by the Kaiser Family Foundation, found allowing the subsidies to expire would more than double the average premium tax credits under the Affordable Care Act. A recent report of over 500%. On Tuesday, enrollees out-of-pocket premium payments, with some people seeing even larger increases. Vast swaths of U.S. airspace due to severe shortages of air traffic controllers. About 11. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned the U.S. could be forced to close chaos at airports if the shutdown continues for another week. Mere 1,000 of whom have gone without pay throughout the shutdown. Duffy cautioned of mass freight plane crashed at a Louisville, Kentucky airport, killing at least 7 people, leaving 11 others injured. Meanwhile, President Trump Tuesday appeared hours after Duffy's comments. A UPS proclaimed SNAP food assistance benefits, quote, will be given only when the radical left to defy federal court orders in a social media post in which he 2 separate federal judges mandating the administration keep funding SNAP. Democrats open up government, which they can easily do, and not before, unquote. That's despite orders from 42 million people purchase groceries each month. On Tuesday's Lawyers for City, which helps some SNAP benefits rapidly and in full. This is Dalatia Chung, a SNAP recipient and nonprofits returned to court seeking an order forcing the Trump administration to pay.
They're asking for trouble because people got children to feed, and people will go off on that. Now, I don't know if anybody trying to declare martial law under stuff like that, but you can send off a lot of huge problems. People have to eat.
In the recipient in Maryland who predicted any further delays could lead to civil unrest. Cities into Gaza. According to the Norwegian Refugee Council, Israeli authorities have rejected 23 requests from 9 aid groups to bring in millions of urgently needed non-food items in a race against time to get food and other necessities that remain. That includes some 4,000 pallets of stuck in Jordan, Egypt, and Israel awaiting approval. A Palestinian mother of 7 whose family's displaced and living in a tattered tent in Khan Yunis. shelter supplies such as tents, bedding, and blankets. This is Manal Salem.
Winter, we do not want to talk about winter because the fears are very big. Our tents are completely worn out. We are unable, we do not know what to do. It is not just me. Most of the tents at the school are worn out. We just say, God have mercy on us for the winter. As much as we used to pray for rain to come, now we pray that rain does not come, so that we do not struggle.
Earlier, fraction of what's believed to be as part of the ceasefire to 285 just afraid in Gaza. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned in response that any such force must have, quote, full international legitimacy. More than 1,500 bodies held by Israel. Meanwhile, the Trump administration's drafted a UN Security Council resolution seeking a mandate of at least 2 years for an international stabilization force to be deployed, unquote. Thousands of civilians remain trapped in war crimes and human rights abuses, including summary executions and sexual assaults. Survivors who fled al-Fashir report disease and violence. Guterres cited reports of assaults. Survivors who fled al-Fashir reported mass killings following the RSF's advance.
Once you leave the gates, the bodies start. The bodies continue all the way to Gari. Some were killed by thirst, some by exhaustion, some by their injuries, the bleeding. Some were injured by the rockets in Al-Fashir. They hurt more than gunshots. The shrapnel, they get into your body. They cause your legs to swell, stop your blood flow. It exhausts you. It impacts you within 2 or 3 hours.
Defendants drugs killing 2 people on board. If the Pentagon's claims are accurate, that would bring the number of vessels attacked to 16 and the death toll to at least as the Pentagon's deploying its largest warship, the USS Gerald R. Ford 67. This comes as an aircraft carrier to join a buildup of U.S. forces in the Caribbean. Baum denied the reports, declaring it's not going to happen. Tuesday, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum.
First of all, it would be a violation of our sovereignty and our independence. But it's not about the United States coming to say or to second. We can collaborate, we can coordinate, intervene, or to have their agents, because that didn't work either.
And a new UN's annual emissions gap report suggests countries will not warning as greenhouse gas emissions remain too high. The 5 degrees Celsius, which is the main goal of the Paris Agreement, not be able to prevent global warming from surpassing 1.3 and 2.5 degrees Celsius, with the possibility of even higher temperatures that was brokered a decade ago. UN experts say warming is likely to reach between 2. Interim director of the UN Environment Program, Anne Olhoff. If countries don't fulfill their current climate pledges, this is